it's Ian from RTO here. Hope you're all well again. Welcome to the last show of the week. It doesn't seem 5 minutes ago that we did Symphony X on Monday. All of a sudden it's Friday. So today's one hit wonder. It's not a one hit wonder as such. It's only because they've only had one album out. This is a solo project from one of the members of Marillion. We're talking about Mark Kelly, and this is Mark Kelly's Marathon. Recorded it last year, or done bits between COVID and the year before, little bits there, but they got together and they've made a little video type thing. So who's he got in his band? Well, he's got a guy called Oliver Smith on vocals, who people say that, and critics say he sounds a bit like Peter Gabriel, and I quite agree. There's nothing wrong with that. We've got Pete Wood on guitar, John Cordy on guitar, Henry Rogers on drums, and Connell Kelly on bass. And yes, he is related to Mark Kelly. That is Mark Kelly's nephew. And then they get some guitarist called Steve Rothery, just do a bit on one song as well. We'd have to say we know who he is. So it's a really good album. It's a mixture of proggy rock, bit of poppy rock. Some of it sounds very like Mike and the Mechanics sort of style. It's a very good album, and I thoroughly enjoy it. Okay, first song on the album is called Amelia, all about Amelia Earnhardt. It's split into 3 sections, and on Spotify they've labelled each section as a separate piece, which makes my life of reviewing much easier. I wish a lot of bands would do that, because there's some long tracks that don't, and when you listen to it, and you got to find exactly that little piece you want to talk about. But this was easy. So Amelia, first piece is called Whistling at the Sea. No, it's not. It's called Shoreline. Some really nice keyboard textures here from Mark Kelly, and you got the effect of the sea. Mark Kelly's keyboard work is absolutely spot on. It sounds like water, and it just adds to the track. Then that goes straight into a piece called Whistling at the Sea. Really good piece again. Some great guitar work in this. I don't know who plays that. I think it's John Cordy that does more of the lead. It just sounds very proggy in places, and it's also got that Mike and the Mechanics, Paul Carrick feel to it. It's a really nice piece of work. Again, some really nice textures on the keyboards from Mark Kelly. Very intricate, very clever stuff, very well arranged. Then you get the third part of the thing called 13 Bones. Oh, gold, the keyboards on this. Mark Kelly. Remember the days of on Fugazi and Misplaced Childhood, all them swirly keyboards. That's all on here. It's great. Great guitar solos. I think they both do one on here. It just sounds terrific. And it builds and builds into this great crescendo at the end, and the harmonies from the singing Amelia is fantastic. Great song. Really enjoy that one. Second track is called When I Fell. This is quite a gentle song. It's got some superb piano work from Mark Kelly. Oliver Smith's vocals on here are stunning. Very good singer. It's a lovely little track. Very, very gentle. Third track this time. This is a bit more poppy, more upbeat, more pop than prog, but it is a good song. It is said it reminds me of Mike and the Mechanics in places. It's got that nice. You've just said the song Over My Shoulder, yeah? Great song. It's in that sort of vein. It doesn't sound like it, but it's that sort of tempo. Very, very, very good track. Then we get a thing called Puppets. This features a certain Stephen Rothery on guitar, and boy, does it sound good. The interplay on this between Mark and Steve is fantastic. It's going back to the early days of Marillion. We're talking script here. We're talking that sort of sound, just brought up to date, but it's in that vein and it's fantastic. Steve Rothery's guitar solo on it is sublime. Then we go into the last track on the album, but it's actually quite a nice proggy bit. It's split up. This is split up into 4 pieces again. It's called 2051. The first part's called Search. Again, a very good start to the thing. It builds up, very progressive. And it could have been Yes doing this. It could have been ELP. It's up there with them sort of strange starts and builds up. Second part is called Arrival. Again, the vocal on here is fantastic. Some stage you really think it's Peter Gabriel singing. So it's got that early Genesis feel to it. It got some great keyboards from Mark. He is absolutely underrated keyboard player, very underrated. He's very clever as well. He's a great musician, full stop. He works how he works out these very, very intricate bits of music that he's written. Absolutely spot on, the Arrival is. And then we get Trail of Tears. Again, this is Mark showing that he's prog roots. He loves prog music. You can just tell by the way he plays in this. This is more your Rick Wakeman, Keith Emerson style. It is fantastic. Great piece of music. My favourite bit of the whole album, this Trail of Tears. It's just good old fashioned prog, but done in the 21st century, and I just love it. Brief History ends at the track. Nice ending to the track. Some great guitar work from the guys, and Mark again playing a blinder. His keyboards and this really adds good texture to this part. It's a fantastic way to end this album as well. It's just a solid album. I do like this album a lot, and I hope that we get some more stuff from Marathon, because it was a joy to listen to. I play this hell of a lot. It's one of my favourite albums from last year. I think my favourite albums from last year both feature members of Marillion. We've got Transatlantic. I can't remember the name of the album now. Oh, Wally. Played that a lot as well. We will be doing Transatlantic probably in the new year. Got so much stuff people wanting to hear and me rank, so we're starting to have a backlog now, so I am getting through it all. But again, I love this album, and I'm going to give it an RTO ranking of 9 out of 10, because I just love this album. So that's the last show of the week. Another great week. We hit the 20,000 views mark, and was it 15 or 16 people have joined and subscribed. some really nice comments from you guys, which is always appreciated. Whatever you're doing this weekend, have a great one. I'll be back on Monday, first show of the week, as we've been talking about him now. Peter Gabriel, we're looking at his solo albums, one of my favourite artists, and we got part 3 of John Lord on Monday as well. Before I go though, as I said, I've had a lot of requests for stuff now. I will do it, it's just trying to get it all fitted in and the backlog, and don't forget I have got to move at some stage, God forbid when that happens, but you know, I will get through it all and I'll keep you all updated when they're coming. I mean, someone's already said, are you going to do the part 2 of Mike Oldfield covers? Yes, I'll do it the week after next, because I'm doing Steve Hackett this week, because there's so many different variations of Mike Oldfield covers that are worth looking at. Someone's asked for AC/DC, Iron Maiden and Black Sabbath. Yeah, that'll probably be a week after next, because I haven't got to do too much work on them, because I love their albums. So I mean, here's an example. That's Iron Maiden's. I wrote that out in about 5 minutes. That's how I can fit that one in. Same with AC/DC and Black Sabbath, except it's a different kettle of fish, because I've only got a couple of their albums. You know, some of their early ones. I think I've only got Balls to the Wall, and I think their second, third album, something like that. So I've got to have a bit of listen. So that'll take a little bit of a long time. But be patient with me. Your requests will be done. But now we're getting so many, you know, it just piles up. So have a great weekend, everyone, and I'll see you all Monday. Take care for now.